Good morning, YouTube. It's Saturday morning. It's a little bit foggy out. It's before sunrise. So today we're going to head over to Galloway's Four-Wheel Drive Center over in New London. It's their 41st annual spring show. So we're going to ride over there and see what it's all about. I've been over there several times. It's a pretty good show. They have a good turnout usually. It's usually not Jeeps. It's usually a bit of everything. Their main focus is big trucks. They're going to have a grudge pull. I'll get some of that on video. It's pretty exciting to watch. So a couple things. The LJ, I did swap up the front bumper. I went with the metal cloak frame built bumper. It's all modular. This is one piece, this is one piece, and you can get this in different configurations. So the frame built bumper here, I went with the high rise. High rise means that this is here and this piece comes up over. I like this one better. It's not really any higher underneath, but that's it. I did buy the steering box skid plate from Metal Cloak as well. The reason I did this is not really anything other than I wanted to get my winch lower. So before, I'll show you, on my wife's Jeep, I put the bumper that was on here on hers, and the winch sit way up here, and it covered up a lot of the radiator, and I didn't really like that. Being that, you know, I may have some cooling issues in the hot summer and all that, I wanted to get my winch lower and get a good airflow. But this bumper, in my opinion, really looks good on here. I'm really pleased with it. So with that said, guys, let's load the Jeep up. I'll put some chairs in there and we'll go hang out over at Galloway's for a little while. All right, made it to the show. There's not a lot of people showing here, but there is a lot of pulling trucks. That's what this event is mostly for. They're gonna do grudge pulls and all. So like I said, I got Jason and Crystal here. Got my park for the day. First here, so I get to sit on the stump. So we'll show you around the show just a little bit. Like I said, there's not that many people here, but I can't wait to watch the grudge pull. That's always a good time. Standing around, we hear a lot of big engines. Walk over here and show you the Galloway's mud car. So guys, we had a pretty good time at this show. Won the best Jeep and all. But since it's a grudge pull and all, we've got a scale over there. So I want to go weigh this thing and see what it weighs. Any ideas? Comment below. Take a wild guess before I put it on the scale and let you know.
This ramp's about 6.5 foot tall. Really steep ramp too.
There, right there.
Just put it in park. Get a full walk around with it. A little further. That's it.
Back at the house, that was a really good event. I like going to things like that. Look around your neck of the woods, wherever you're from. I'm sure there's things like that happens around you all the time. There's something every weekend around here somewhere doing something. So we had a good time. There was 3 broken axle shafts. They had some really good food. We played around on the articulation ramp. I weighed the Jeep. It weighed 5450, I believe it was. I'll have to look back and see. But we got a lot of things accomplished that I wanted to check, a few things here and there. I did want to know the weight of the Jeep, but we just had a really good time. I'm going to work on the LJ again. I've been having a little bit of an issue with the LJ, but I had this issue even before I put the Hemi in there, and that is hot floorboards. I don't like the hot floorboards. I don't like the noise coming through the floorboard. When I bought this LJ, it did not have carpet, and I have lived with this for a pretty good while. I even went and had the floor professionally rhino lined, and I like the rhino lining. I do like it a lot. It's just I miss having some insulation, because on the hot days and all, your feet and all get hot down close to the floor. So I'm going to try bed rug. I looked at all different types of carpet and all that, and bed rug is what I have found. It doesn't mildew or stain or all this other kind of stuff they claim. I don't really know, but I thought I'd give it a try. It's got really good reviews on it. The reviews that I did see that people didn't like is how thin and lightweight it was. It comes in a pretty big box. I'll show you in just a second, and this box absolutely doesn't weigh anything. You can pick the whole box up with your little finger. But anyway, I'm going to give it a try. It might not be the right thing. It might not be something that I like, but it had such good reviews. I'm going to give it a try. So I only bought the front kit, and that'll go in the front floorboard. It will go underneath the center console, and it'll go behind the driver and passenger seat in front of the rear seat. So let me show you the box that it came in. So here's the box that it came in. And here's the part number of what I bought. But like I said, let me get my finger under this corner right here. This whole box right here, I mean, it's just crazy light. So let's open it up and see what we got. So, like I said, this stuff is crazy light, but the carpet is really nice feeling. It has, looks like on the back, it looks like some kind of soft styrofoam-ish, I guess that's a word, styrofoam-ish type substance. It's supposed to be molded to fit the contours. And it has Velcro on the back. I'm not so sure how well this Velcro is going to work since I have rhino lined floors. It's also comes with some heat shield or something that I've got to put right in this area where the hump is and all. Let me see if I can find it in the box. So this is it. It's some type of it looks like some kind of cloth tape that is silver, adhesive on the back. I'll have to figure out exactly where this stuff goes, but like I said, it's extremely lightweight, and I think that's probably the only thing that I'm not going to like about it. I do like the way this fiber looks and all. If you can see, it's probably, I don't know, 5/16 of an inch thick. So for being that thick, a lot of the complaints that I heard was it was really thin. I don't think 5/16 is really thin. It's just lightweight. So let me lay this out in the sun for a little while, and we'll get this thing to where, I don't know, it'll heat up and maybe relax a little bit, and we'll stick it in a Jeep and see what it looks like. All right, so this is the driver's side. It has the pad and all for your heel and all. So I put the full like piece on there. It's supposed to be some type of heat shield or something. This is about where they said to put it. I don't think it is really that critical. The tunnel creates a lot of heat right here. So let me get this out of the way. We'll pull the mat out that I'm using. We'll vacuum all of this up, clean it up pretty good before we put down the carpet. All right, it says not to take the seats out. It says it'll all fit just by shoving it down in here. And these pieces right here go underneath the seat, here, here, and these over here. So it's hard to do this with one hand and trying to show you on the camera. So let me put the camera down and I'll get it set in place. I'll show you what it looks like here in just a minute. All right, so I got most of it in. I am going to take the console, take this screw out right here and the one in the cup holder and raise this up so I can tuck it under. It's quite tight under here. And I could probably get it, but I think for no more than it takes to pop this center console up, I'm just going to go ahead and do that and stuff it under there on both sides and put the console back in. It doesn't seem to move around. Even without the Velcro on there, I think it will be nice and solid. So far, I'm pretty happy with the looks of it. With those two screws, that one and the one in the cup holder, this right here will just lift up a little bit, just like that, and I can stuff it right under there. I can probably do that one-handed. Just like that. A little bit more back here. And that's what it's going to look like. I don't think I'm going to put the hook and loop fastener in there, the Velcro. I think this is going to be plenty good enough. It does not seem to move. And it'll settle over the next few days under here, around the seats and everything. Looks really good. So let me get the other side in, get the console put back down, and we'll take a look at it again. All right, here it is on the passenger side. Everything tucked up under the console real nice. So how many of you do this? I just had a nut driver in my hand to remove this and this. Those two screws is what holds this on. And I laid it down, and I have no idea where I put it. I've already pulled the carpet up, looking under that. Looked in the seats, looked between the seats, and everywhere. And I have no idea what I did with that nut driver that I just had in my hand. This happens quite often around here. It's nothing new, but I suspect that just about everybody goes through this. So I'll keep looking and I'll let you know when I find it. All right, I found the nut driver. Right there where I left it. Huh. So it happens around here too. It don't just happen at your house. That one's tight. Move this and hit this one. And this is 10 millimeter, by the way. So you understand why it gets lost. 10 millimeter, right? All right, that's tight. One other thing right here is right here. This light bulb right here will always fall out. This is the light for your shifter. So I'll put that back in, and this just clips in with these two Tiedemann clips right here. One here and one there, and two in the front way down here. All right, so I'm quite happy with the fit on this. Everything fits nice. The cut here in the corner is exactly right. Comes back, always the hump here is exactly right. Fits underneath the center console well. Up here, it's a little bit spongy right there, but I'm sure it's going to relax some. But it fit underneath the console really well. Carpet underneath the emergency brake handle. I'm pretty happy with this stuff at the moment. Underneath the dash, if you can see under there. All right, so let me slide the seats forward and I'll work on the back. All right, to get the console up in the back, it'll be two T27 screws that's inside of each of the cup holders. And the back piece is one solid piece, so it will go underneath this. As far as I know, I haven't really looked at it yet, but I went ahead and pulled that apart. Once again, very, very pleased with the fit. This cut right through here and underneath the center console is just absolutely perfect. The molded in bend right here just fit absolutely perfect. I don't really feel like it's too thin. I feel like this stuff is going to work out very well, and it looks really good in here. It's like I said, mold and mildew and everything resistant, and you can pull it out and hose it off, and it's not supposed to retain water. So I'm gonna put those screws back in, and I'll give it a test. All right, so I'm all done with it. Everything looks really, really nice. I did put my rubber floor mats back in just to kind of keep the dirt off of the new carpet. Like I said, this is bed rug. Very, very pleased with it. So we're going to drive this, me and Melissa, we're going to drive it to supper after a while, and we'll see if we even notice a difference. I'll report back to you later. All right, Melissa and I drove the LJ to supper last night, and noticeable difference. Number one, I don't have that radiant heat that's around your legs. To touch the carpet was nice and warm. I'm not going to say it didn't have any heat to it. It was warm. But if you reach back behind the seat and touch underneath the rear seat where it's bare metal, it's hot. I mean, it's not hot enough to burn you, but it's uncomfortable, and you can feel the radiant heat coming off of it. So putting that carpet in really, really helped out. I think I'm going to like it, but if I don't, I'll take it out. And I just wanted to buy the front and do some testing and all. I'll put the rear in if I'll wait a few weeks and decide if I want to buy the rear, because this stuff is not cheap. I think the rear kit is right around 250 bucks. I mean, so it's not cheap stuff to do. Also, the noise and all, coming from the engine, road noise and that kind of stuff, it seemed to be a little bit quieter. We did put the full doors and all on last night just to test it out so we can feel. And like I said, we're very pleased with it for now. This is not for everybody. I know I've got a bed liner. Some people like bed liners and all that kind of stuff, but just the radiant heat is what I was trying to get away with. So that's my report back. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'll answer the best I can. Also, please subscribe to these videos if you like my content. And guys, I'll see you next week. Thank you.